All right, we're good.
Okay, cool. So we've just listened through the track, and Johannes has worked his magic on this. So we're just going to go through a quick recap of the various things that you've done and discovered.
Sure.
Fire away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I've basically done is taming the overall high frequencies, low frequency, a little bit of the low end, really kicked in to make it a little bit more clean, a little bit more, overall balanced. I just gave it a little mid boost to make it more like in your face. That is what I'm also doing here. It's like a mid boost around the 1.4K and a high roll off, like high shelf, to make it a bit more breathy, a little bit more airy.
Any particular reason why you went for this plugin here?
Because I love the sound of this.
Okay.
This is really like especially the air band from the Mark EQs, really, really smooth, really silk. Just gives it a little bit more.
Yeah, and so the ozone EQ stuff we looked at the beginning, that's all dynamic.
This is dynamic too. Just give it a little playback.
Yeah.
And you see, it's only just really musical. It's just taming when the frequencies are there, not like doing anything like this is like a static EQ. Right, just boosting the mids, just make this whole track more into your face. A little bit more on the high shelf-ish, because I really like the sound of this one, like a little bit more on the mid section than on the psych section. I'm using this in MS mode. Just to boost this, and a little bit more magic on this. This is the VSM3.
Yeah, this is quite interesting,
vertical.
actually. Yeah, I mean,
this is a really nice one.
I've not seen this device before, but
this adds harmonics.
It adds harmonics, right?
It basically is like has like two harmonic stages, and we're boosting like a little bit on the mid on this. So also like bringing it into your face, and a little bit more on the side, also in the mid frequencies. So the two together sound like this, and included in the track sounds like this.
Okay, it's really interesting. If you just bypass that so people can hear. Yeah,
so it's not like the big wah. It's more like psychoacoustic. It's more alive, I guess you could say, something like that. So comparing the whole chain without the compression and without the limiting, it would sound like this. Basically cleaning it up, making it a bit more even, a bit more peeking through the middle, a bit more into your face, and then it goes into a bus, into like this compression, just a short clipper, so the limiter doesn't have to do a lot. It's more like rounding up the peaks, and then it goes into my first limiter stage. Not that much on the limiter side, and it goes. What I usually do with tracks like these, I send this to a second bus, and then where there's need of like boosting a certain part, like drops or something like that, I squeeze the whole package and then like drive this whole package up and down into a second bus before it's bounced out.
Right.
So it goes into a second limiter, which I'm using as like from Ozone the Maximizer, which is really fine tool. Also has a dither if I need to use dithering in the later stage.
So all really interesting stuff. We've done a very quick cover of what's been happening in terms of some of the basic processing. Is there any? What's really interesting for me at this point is what kind of feedback would you give me, having worked on this track and listened to this track, perhaps on my future mix downs and tracks that I send you in future? Is there anything like really significant that you think I should pay attention to?
Yeah, from this track, it's like keep an eye on the mid range, because you got enough low end, you got sharp heights, but it's lacking of like body. It's like lacking of elements that peek through the middle, that come into your face. So this track is more like high end, low end, and then nothing in the middle, nothing. And if you pay more attention to this and bring it a bit more through the middle, then it will be much more alive, much more into your face, and yeah, just much more interesting.
Yeah.
Because only like this humming low end and the sharp heights. That's usually like trap is something done like that. You need a rapper on this.
Okay, yeah, to fill that middle space. Yeah. I guess, and for me, that's interesting because it obviously means that somewhere in my own studio setup and the way that I'm monitoring, or perhaps just my perception and my choice of references, needs to be adapted a little bit in order to be able to achieve that. But that's great because I can take that information back. And hopefully deliver a better mix for the next job and make Johannes' job even easier.
Yeah, to be fair, the mix is already sounding pretty nice, but it's just those little tweaks and stuff that you can like improve that will really elevate your track.
Yeah, and again, this idea of having a second pair of ears. You can get your mastering done pretty much anywhere online. You can do it yourself as well. But if you go through the whole process yourself and you don't ever have a second pair of ears, you are kind of at a disadvantage because there really is a lot that you can gain from somebody else just with an educated listen to what your material is, being able to feed back to you, right? And I find that personally is always great when someone else who kind of knows at least what they're talking about gives me some feedback. Right. I also appreciate people telling me that my music's shit and also that it's just ridiculous or whatever. It's all feedback and it's all art, and that's the way it is. But thanks very much, Johannes, for this little insight.
You're welcome.
We're hoping to bring a bit more of this to the table.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, some more exciting things this year. So thanks very much for tuning in, and till next time.
See you around.
Ciao.